what's the best strategy to respond to requests that probably take more than 60 seconds to process?
I think, was that part of the question? So make a back-end process to process the request. That's the best thing to do. So you can do these things out of band or almost from the actual request itself. So the user makes a request. You need to actually service that request within 60 seconds, otherwise you'll hit a deadline exceeded exception in both Java and Python runtimes. That's a request timeout that we have that's always in place for what we call front-end instances currently. There's no such limitation on back-end instances. So what Fred said about moving to the server model, if you choose to use a standard instance that's not using autoscale, those things won't apply. It won't automatically hit this request timeout. So the best thing to do is if you need to do heavy lifting within when working to answer a user request, you should find a way to do that asynchronously out of band from actually responding to the user. So long-running task, you say user makes a request that will result in generating 100 emails to different people. What you need to do is return the request back, respond to the user pretty quickly, and offline do them in the background, the email processing using a back-end instance. It doesn't need to be a back-end instance. You can push it off to task queues, and then you can start using things like Compute Engine and such like to Compute Engine has the ability to do pull requests using task queues, so you can use Compute Engine instances to service those requests as well. But yeah, basically take it away from the front-end instances and push it into a background somewhere using a back-end process or Compute Engine.
Yep. Task queues definitely the way to go. The pull queues you mentioned are great for working with external systems, like doing off-app engine work like Compute Engine, but you could really do it on a server that you have sitting in a rack in your office if you have some special processing that you need to do. And then push queues are a great way of enqueuing work asynchronously. And that those requests come back to your application as if it were traffic, but it's internal traffic. So App Engine will scale up and down if you create more requests. And then you have a 10-minute deadline instead of a 60-second. So you can easily make those long-running URL fetch calls or do more complex processing.